Hi guys, I am Daniel George. This is Edge and Inspirations. I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate every one of you that have been part of Edge and Inspirations. Edge and Inspiration will not be possible without you, so I really appreciate you for being there with us. This is the final series of the video we started some time ago on parents, the common mistakes that parents make. This is going to be quite long, then follow along as we complete the series because I don't want this series to be more than part 3. So we stopped at number 6 earlier, so let's go on to number 7 directly. Number 7 is being partial. Having a situation whereby parents love some of the children more than the others, that will definitely be a problem because the children, will be jealous of each other. The ones that are less loved will be jealous of the ones, that are more loved, and of course, hatred will exist between the children. That was the instance that happened between Joseph and his brothers. That's the story of Jacob. Jacob loved Joseph more because of that other his siblings were jealous of him. The hatred, though there may be other reasons, but that particular love for Joseph was one of the reasons. So parents, please do ensure that you love your children equally and avoid any form of partiality when it comes to relationship with your kids. All right, number 8, the next one is taking sides with your children against your spouse. Can you imagine a father, supporting the child against the mother, or a mother supporting the child against the father? That definitely is wrong. All right, so do ensure as much as possible, mother, father, to ensure that you don't have disagreement before your kids, or you don't quarrel. When there's anything that has to do with, your children, do agree before them. Let them see your unity. Your unity will also teach them to be united. Number 9 is quarreling. Mother and father quarreling in front of their kids, in front of their children. When mother and father quarrel in front of their children, actually, number 1, you lose your respect before them. Your children will not respect you, and aside that, it will cause a kind of trauma for your own children also. So please, as much as possible, let peace reign in the home. Mother and father so love each other that your children can see that, wow, our parents love each other. In short, when mother and father are in love with each other, the love will overflow into the life of the children, and the children can definitely tell that our parents love each other. And then number 4 is discussing key and important aspects that concern the life of children and young ones. Particularly, for example, is avoiding sex education. You know that some parents feel that it is wrong, to teach their children about sex education. Well, while it is definitely, supposed to be done with caution, let me advise that you should teach your children the things that they ought to know. Teach them even about sex. Why do I say that? We live in the 21st century where children know many things nowadays, and if you don't teach them, society will teach them. So I'm of the opinion that you teach them so that you'll be able to control, the magnitude of what they are able to know. If you don't teach them, society will teach them. And when the society teaches them, you don't know the magnitude of which society will teach them. Now, when you teach them and they learn from you, they confide in you, you see, they will be more secure. But when you hide things from them, and worst of it is when they come to ask you, let's say your daughter or your son comes to you, mommy, daddy, why is this like that? And you say, where did you hear that? You want to this and that? Permit me to say, especially religious parents, when they start raining on them, you want to go to hell, and this you're backsliding, rather than listen to your child, hear what that child is trying to say. Remember that when it comes to youths in our day, that curiosity is there, and if you don't satisfy their curiosity, one way or another, they'll find answer to their questions. So parents, please teach your children. Teach them challenges that they'll face as they're growing up. Teach them about themselves. Teach them about sex. Yeah, because if you don't, the society will do. And trust me, when the society does, it may not end up well for you or for your child. The next there is being a demigod dad or a demigod mom. You will be surprised at what do I mean by that. Well, you know that you see, the relationship between in the family should be a cordial one where everyone should be free to express himself. Of course, there should be mutual respect and there should be, fear for father and mother. That's fear of reverence. But when it comes to the point where you're like a demigod and your children are so scared of you, they don't want to, once you say they talk, they tremble. The moment they see you're coming back from work, everybody resets. It's very dangerous. Let me tell you the disadvantage of that. Number one is that it will cause inferiority complex in your children. Your children will grow up to be inferior. Number two, it will make them to hide things from you. So your children will have two versions. And sincerely, there are many parents that don't know their children because they give you the version you want to see. So in that case, your children have two versions: the one you can see and the one that you cannot see. When you're not around, they do what they want to do. When you are around, they quickly put off the other one and put on the one that you want them to see. So don't be a demigod such that you're so high that your children fear you. They can't even relate with you. They can't come close to you. When you go, try coming close to you, say, go leave this place, go to your mommy, or that is how some fathers do, and your children become so scared. It was Father's Day and someone just asked to give comments about their fathers, and come and say some kind of comments that young people are giving about their dad. It's actually touched my heart, and this is where I got that point from. One of the comments was like, my dad thinks, or my dad behaves like one demigod that is too hard to reach. Can you imagine such comment about her father? And and let me state this, that this video actually, I am seeing these common mistakes from the eyes of the young people, how they see their parents. Because when they feel that you're still young, what do you know about parenting? Well, I am showing you from the lens of the youth, how your youth see the things that you do, and they consider this, my parents should not be doing this. Well, next is not appreciating your children. Everybody wants to be appreciated. Mama, I want to ask you something. You're a mom. You know how you feel, how happy you feel when your husband appreciates you. Why do you find it difficult to appreciate your daughter? And the same thing, father. So mother and father, can you learn to appreciate your children when they've done well, when they've given their effort, and this child has done well. Appreciate them and say, my child, you did well in this aspect. Everybody wants to feel important. When you learn to appreciate your children, they'll feel important, and they also learn to be thankful. Let me tell you something that you should know as parents. The best way to teach your children is by theory and practical. So the things that you teach them theoretically, let them see you living them out practically. That is the easiest way you can bring up your children. The next is believing that you're always right. Parents, sometimes they believe that they are always right. Sometimes parents can be wrong, but please, mom and dad, when you see that you are wrong, it is not bad for you to apologize to your children. Tell them, I'm sorry I misunderstood you, I'm sorry I treated you this way, I didn't understand. Let them know. Don't be so proud, father. Don't be such a demigod, a father, a mother, that you are wrong and yet you're still claiming right. Even deep within you know that you are wrong. And sometimes some children will summon courage. Somebody told me, told the elderly person to the face, say you lied. But don't slay your children, even if they can't tell you. Deep within them, they know you are lying, and just say, my father, they lie, my mama lies, and yet they will never agree that they are wrong. Don't be that. So please, when you're wrong, admit. And finally, number 8, negligence. This is very important actually. Have you seen parents where, for example, your children don't work, your daughter doesn't work, and yet you brought an iPhone home, and you never even bother to ask, where did you get this iPhone? Who gave it to you? You don't work. And then you just are neglecting. You didn't say anything about it, and life goes on. Some of you even say, you want to use it to take shots, to take selfie. But you didn't also ask your child, where did you get this iPhone? Even I know you don't work. Negligence. Some parents allow their children to do whatever they want at whatever time they want. There are no rules in their house. Your child goes out in the morning, comes back at night. You don't bother asking, where are you coming from? And things like, can you make your home such a home that there are rules? There should be rules. Your children should know, I can do this and I cannot do that. If I do this, my parents will frown at it. Let them know it's different, tell right and wrong. Teach them. And please don't be a negligent father. Eli in the Bible was so negligent. And that was why the Bible said that he did not even rebuke his children for what they were doing, and because of that, God punished him. Are you a negligent father? Are you a negligent mother? Are you partial? Do you appreciate your children? All these points that we have looked at from part 1 down to this part 3, I gave about 10 or 11 or 12 points. can you look at yourself, you as a mother, you as a father? The young people are the leaders of tomorrow, and many times, sometimes, the kind of life we see in our young people start from home when they were young, the way they were treated by their parents. So please learn from this, and the Lord will help you to be the best parents that you could ever be. Once again, this is Education Inspirations. I remain Daniel George. We are always there for you when you have questions about your kids, questions that concern young people. And young people, if you're there, you need someone to talk to. You're looking for someone to talk to. We are here for you. So that is why Education Inspiration exists. Education Inspiration exists just to help young people and make sure that young people in the society are the best version of themselves. So our information is there in this channel. You can follow us on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram. You can message us at any time, even on Twitter, and we'll always be there to respond to you, because your mental, emotional, spiritual well-being and all-round well-being is our major concern. Education Inspirations exist because of you. So don't hesitate to contact us whenever you want to contact us. I remain Daniel George. Once again, this is Education Inspiration. If you have not subscribed to our channel or liked our pages, please do that. Follow us on all social media, and we are always there for you. Bye for now. We love you at Education Inspiration.